Are we? So I think we gather back up in one of the rooms.
I assume at least you two gather back up.
He's still out talking.
Actually,
I'm in the.
You know what? I come in on the comms.
We can talk to each other inside of our heads.
It's true.
So I come in on the comms and I kind of relay everything that Bondo has said to me. It's like we have to get the hangar doors open. We have 2 windows in which this is actually going to work.
You hear behind you. You hear something clatter, and then some swearing, and then something else clatter, and then some more swearing.
And then I just shout, or then I just shout, "Hush!"
I think this is me speaking inside the game calmly. I'm gonna say, I think as far as getting the doors open, we might have some ways to work around that. If I can get access into some sort of systems that have control of that, there might be a way to remote access that from a different console. I'd like to take a look around the hangar to find that out. I have a thought of something that might help, though I feel a bit questionable suggesting it.
I already know how we're doing it.
I'm worried.
I have a bad idea about what your plan
I'm worried that we have the same plan.
Based off of the... This is very much the sort of the Man in Black going over the, like... It's like, what are our assets? It's like, your brain, my sword, his brawn. It's like, well, we had a wheelbarrow. That was it.
Yeah.
I feel like the Man in Black thinking about the assets that you guys have, and I'm worried that
There's
might know
one
the direction
particular
you're going.
asset we have, and that is Haas.
That's what I was worried.
And
you were
there's
about
one
to say.
particular loose end that our targets have, and that is a single daughter.
That is exactly what I was afraid you were just about to say.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I mean, if anybody's... I mean, it doesn't necessarily... I'm not saying you have to, like... Freaking... You don't have to go, like, play and try and, like, schmooze your way into, like, a romantic situation with this person. But going and, like, buddying up with people and getting a chance to get, like, invited back to the room, even if it's just for, like, private drinks in, like, a social setting, gives you a good chance to swipe that. And I think that's the best chance we have of getting that.
I feel like I need to go with him though, because I have stealth and skullduggery, so I can actually kind of.
If you can get in,
If they'll let you in. I think that it is actively detrimental if I get in with you guys, because I have so little. I have 0 charisma in this fluffy, mad little body. I don't know. We could try, but I think that I would actively be like a deterrent from you guys being charismatically successful. So I should kind of blend in the crowd and work more towards maybe trying to find a way to get those blast doors open. While you try and get them back there.
Good plan to me.
I think we rely on
All right.
his charms.
I love it. It was exactly what it was.
I know.
Like, once you said there was one single one.
The youngest
one
daughter
daughter.
is single. They're all adults, so don't worry about that.
I just immediately I was just like, oh.
Well, yeah, but it was just the like. It's like I have a terrible idea of a plan. It's like I also have a terrible idea, and I think it's the same plan. It's like I do have a terrible idea, and I think it might.
I'm horrified that it's the same plan. But yeah, with your stealth, your charms,
Well,
there's a chance.
and also, if this thing just really goes sour, I have the blaster. I could just shoot them all dead.
Jesus Christ.
So anyways, I came up blasted.
So anyways, I started blazed.
Started
Please.
Let's see if we can find a goffy stick for him just in case, so he can bring along.
I like the idea he just like picks up a lamp and breaks the top and bottom off of it.
Just starts railing people. Ay.
With the
But
with electricity.
That's if things go super sour.
It's so plugged in.
Or super south.
Well, so there's a party tonight.
There's a party.
That's the perfect time to meet
That's
people.
the
is
perfect
the
time to
first.
try to get in. And
And even if we don't, we have 2 times that we could probably get in there, either tonight or at the next following party the next night.
I think you at least kind of start your schmooze in this party and try and get in with them as far as like make a friendship, make a connection, and then maybe in the next party you actually get invited up or Here's the problem, though, is they're going to freaking be wearing that gemstone around one of their necks. And you're going to have to... Whichever person's wearing the gemstone is who you're going to have to seduce. So I hope you're ready to do what it takes for the good of this mission so they take the necklace off.
It's on the collar of the family dog.
Oh.
Who's a good boy? You're such a good boy.
I'm cupping the collar.
It's anything like... If
that would be
like,
ideal if that was the case, honestly.
If it's anything like dogs that we've had, they hate having their collars off, and they're like, "Hey, put that back on."
If it's anything like a lot of dogs I've had, they'll be so happy to have their collar on.
Yeah, but the dog you grew up with was literally the devil.
That's true.
So should the plan
Never
be...
take the collar off the devil.
The plan should be then that me and Boxus go to the party.
Mm-hmm. And I think I kind of use the cover of the party to wander to the hangar and start scouting stuff out.
So he will be my manager.
Okay.
You'll be...
I'm the bookie. I'm the bookkeeper.
Yeah.
Slash bodyguard, sure.
Yes.
It makes sense.
You're my lawyer.
Yeah, I'm the lawyer. Cold, uncalculating, half machine. Sounds like a lawyer.
Sounds like a lawyer.
Small angry ball of fur. It's
like,
not small.
I'm his lawyer with the recent allegations against him. That's why he's currently on suspension in his career. We're working through some things. We've got a real Deshaun Watson situation.
All false. All false. Definitely
All
did
false.
not get
All
him.
false.
It's seriously in debt with a HUD.
That's right.
All false.
Allegedly did a lot of drugs. Allegedly.
Allegedly helped steal a experimental ship from the Empire.
All I'm saying, it takes at least 2 guys to steal an experimental ship from the Empire. I hear it was a sick ship.
Maybe.
It was a fairly sick
Pretty
ship.
sick ship.
Allegedly.
So yeah. I think that's what we do for the first party.
That's what we do.
Okay. The ship spends most of its day in hyperspace. Obviously, this being a fancy passenger liner, food is provided. Obviously, you guys have access to the bar, the casino, as well as the sort of fancy restaurant and the lounge and stuff like that. It's actually especially for you guys, sort of fairly recently all in the employ of a hut, and
the unpaid
and considering the last job you guys did was on a industrial world that was only rain and mud.
This is nice.
In which you got shot at and stuff. It's it's kind of this is nice, and you're like, I missed this.
Yeah.
This is
my
good.
spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting my cocktails again, the way they should be made.
Right.
Shaken, not stirred.
I just fill up a plate with food just because I haven't seen such appetizing looking food ever.
So
that
then-
blue milk.
Obviously, there's not necessarily days in space, but sort of that evening, the ship drops out of hyperspace in this just really, really scenic, sort of in orbit around this really, really scenic planet. And they seem to have very specifically chosen the ship's position just to maximize lighting and stuff like that. They obviously know their craft as far as these
core
sort
worlders.
of luxury tours for rich core worlders. And they essentially make the announcement that there's a big big party down in the lounge, casino, restaurant, bar area. They do there's live music. It's not just the Cantina band playing the same song over and over again.
No, we have our own license free. Bet. Better bet. That's what it sounds like.
But they're playing music. A lot of people are gambling in the casino, or even just cluttering tables and having drinks and stuff together.
Roll them fancy dice.
And it does seem like
We didn't bring this. Please don't.
it does seem like most of the I guess population of this ship seems to be here. At least anybody who is somebody.
I'd look around for somebody's.
And I would give them the description of the people I saw,
Okay.
kind of roughly what they look like, the kind of what the whole group is, how many men, women, and children there are, and what their security details look
It's just
like.
an oddly calculating gank thing.
Yeah, like I literally described them to you.
There are 7 adults.
Yeah, there are 7 adult individuals, 3 males, or what is it, like 4 males, or 5 males, 2 females. No, 4 males, 3 females.
Am I getting?
Like,
weren't we under the impression that there were children?
There are 2 children. And I would go like, two individuals are children.
Okay.
They're unexpected to be useful, but are deemed expendable.
Yeah, so there's like it's like 3 adult males, like 4 adult females.
They have these defining characteristics. Yeah, it's a very methodical sort of way of describing a group of people.
Roll me a perception check, just looking around for this fancy family.
Since I'm with him.
Yeah, and you can roll as well.
With him, do I need to roll a perception?
Both.
Yeah, it'll just be average. Yeah, I mean, I assume you're both on the lookout. You looking for that? I'm gonna go get drinks.
Average, you said?
Average.
I'm looking for the bar. This is my jam.
1 success.
Also 1 success. You guys, it's not hard to find the Vanger family. Still with a few members of their personal security. With one exception, the youngest of the adult children does not seem to be there.
That's the one you're trying to schmooze.
But that's the takedown.
Oh, God. Oh no, Scott. I just realized we're out here trying to find you a big city slam.
Big city slam. No.
Somehow, you all have turned the Star Wars heist into an episode of Letterkenny. I don't know if I'm impressed or disappointed. Or...
You guys want to crush some sandos after mission?
What are you talking about?
How was your space beer?
The buffet.
Big old ships.
Cool.
Huge boats, buddy.
I guess at this point I look at Haas and I'm like, okay, we need to find the youngest one because you have to woo her for this to work.
She might be back in the suites. We gotta find our way back there.
Hey.
Oh, Joey Triviani. I should have sent that picture to Jocelyn too. How you doing? I mean, naturally, I'm just gonna go towards that area and try to spark up some conversation with the fancy cats.
Okay. I just start with a negotiation check to see how well you're received. Just average.
You're going up to the family and talking to him a little?
Yeah.
What are you saying? What's your introduction?
Hold on, I'll make sure you're doing this.
I'm Haas, but I need no introduction.
Like it. Yeah. I just go up and I say, "There's beautiful views, huh?" That's all I do.
That's all.
Okay. Roll it.
2 advantages.
You recognize him.
I feel like it's more of a success thing.
No, that's fair.
Him being recognized. The guards don't seem to stop you. It seems to result in just sort of awkward small talk. If that makes sense. The guards aren't there he is, get him. But they're also nobody seems to really be all that invested in the conversation.
I pull out the big guns. Did I ever tell you about my playing years? Are you guys a fan of Smash Ball?
Roll another one with the same, essentially the same check you just did.
Okay. 1 advantage from failure.
More, they are not fans of Smash Ball. More awkward. It's just sort of more awkward small talk.
How about bocce ball?
I look at Haas and I turn on the comm and I'm like, Haas, what the hell, man? You're supposed to be smooth talking here. That's awkward.
Lovely planet. here.
Yeah, let me many
You a fan of Smash Ball?
I'm only good with the common folk, okay?
You're like blue collar.
I'm only good. The common folk love me.
These snooty people aren't Smash Ball fans, apparently.
Yeah, Smash Ball's like the.
It's the people's game.
Yeah, it's the people's game. It's like.
I have no idea if that's true or not.
And
And don't, again, point. I would like to point out Destiny points. Those are
can use
available. You guys, currently, you guys have essentially 3 available. I have 1 available.
So what does this do?
Which I've
You
saved for
can
combat.
basically turn one of your greens into a yellow on a check you make
Oh, okay.
by flipping this over, which gives him more resources to mess with us back.
Or you can
Upgrade their difficulties.
Yeah, if somebody else is making a check against you, you can upgrade the difficulty of that check. So, like, if somebody takes a shot at you, you can make it much harder for them to hit if you want, or vice versa.
Okay. I'm just watching this.
Are the Vandrins? Are the Vandrins like very public?
Destiny can also be used by the players to introduce facts and additional context directly into the narrative. The GM already does this by managing and directing the story, but this use of Destiny points provides the players with means to make contributions as well. The example they use is being like, you're on a mining planet where they, where like there's toxic gas, and one of them's just like, what if we spend a Destiny point because it's a good thing he remembered to pack the rebreathers into the ship. Then like, a player may spend Destiny point in this manner to suggest finding a spare stim pack while quickly scavenging through a medical facility, or to propose introducing a train feature the player characters can duck behind for cover, stuff like that. So you can sort of use them in small ways to alter little bits of the world if you want.
So if we all agreed, we could use it to say the youngest one who he's supposed to be talking to.
I have to agree as well.
Okay.
And some stuff just doesn't necessarily make world sense or narrative sense, but
yeah.
yes, you can spend them in those ways as well.
Well, I give up on talking to the family. I mentioned that to you guys. Through fancy comic.
These people
They're
can't be reasoned with. They're not Smash Ball fans.
So I just kind of mentioned boxes here. I'm like, I think we're gonna have to move up front
You're trying to track her down.
and just kind of go to the wherever you enter that portion of the
Yeah, I mean you can.
ship.
Can I use a Streetwise to track her down?
Not really.
Okay. I'm just.
Yeah, because Streetwise is partially just sort of like talking to people and like knowing where to look and where to ask questions and stuff. I mean, through Apex, you guys would be able to
I can give you
essentially get the
which
number
rooms,
or the number of their rooms and stuff. So you guys would be able to find their suites relatively easy. They do seem to be under guard.
The rooms?
Yes.
Well, let's go up to the room that she would be in, probably.
Yeah, I guess the rooms wouldn't be under guard if she wasn't. Well, no, they would still be there. Never mind.
guards are probably smaller amounts of guards, maybe protecting their valuables.
How many guards are we looking at here?
How many did I see
Guarding
moving with them?
this.
What?
How many did I see moving with them?
I mean,
Earlier.
you would have seen quite a few. They have some with them down in the casino. You guys at the moment can see 2. And you guys just in this whole deck, you occasionally see the luxury liners security guards patrolling as well occasionally. Patrolling in the hallways and stuff.
One of those guys got fired when his gun disappeared.
What are you talking about? Another one lost a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd say we go up to the door, and I go and I talk to the guards, and I'm like, I try to convince them basically that I am a secret lover of the youngest, most reserved Vandrin daughter.
Like, it's me, her secret boyfriend.
She likes to keep it under wraps.
I'm sure you recognize me.
This is just my manager. He's just
walks
here.
up like
He's just here to what? Is your manager here? He's just here to film it, or like, why did you bring him along?
He's just here to make sure I'm not taking advantage of
That you're not taking advantage of?
Exactly.
I'm here to make sure he doesn't do something stupid. That's why I'm here.
Oh my god.
Anyways, that's what I tell the guards. May I go in?
Roll a. Okay, how do I do this? Roll an average check, an average. Let's just do cool.
Okay.
Let's do an average cool check just to see if these guys recognize you as the famous Smashball player.
Average. You said
Yeah.
Wow, he's really cool.
3 advantages, 1 failure. I'm not doing great, guys.
Oh my god.
They seem to recognize that you think you're somebody important, but they, again, you're like, you seriously, you don't know who I am?
No Smashball fans on this ship. What the heck?
Okay, so in that case, it is going to be a daunting negotiation check.
Spend one of these.
I'm gonna spend one of these.
So that you get 2 yellows instead of
So you
just
get
the
2
ones.
yellows. I'll
2 yellows.
spend one to.
Oh.
It'd be 2 yellows and 1 green, right?
2
Yep.
yellows and 1 green. But I'm spending 1 as well, so one of those 4 purples is going to be red instead.
So 3 purples, 1 of those. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. That
Yikes.
looks about right.
That seems likely to not go great.
1 success, 2 threats.
This is making me nervous.
Guys, there's only one more way out of this.
So anyway, he starts blast. I mean, we're out of hyperspace right now, right? Like, we might just have to shoot our... I'm just gonna be like out there, like, how do we open the door? And they're just gonna run past me holding the gym, like,
No,
we gotta
it's
go.
gonna be like because of the gank comms don't necessarily communicate through words, it's sort of more through impressions and stuff. As they contact you, it's like we're doing it now, but you're getting the impression of blaster fire. Like you're getting the impression of I'm holding someone against the wall and punching him in the face.
Dear God.
Yeah, it's not looking so bad. I still have
They-
now, huh? Is it?
They like awkwardly. They sort of awkwardly like stand aside, but like as soon as you open the door, like the guards can hear this as well. Like so, the success is like they do stand aside to open the door. The threats are as soon as you open the door, somebody inside goes like literally like who are you and what are you doing here?
Did he walk? Did you walk through the door, or did you stay outside?
So you're right in the doorway.
Okay.
Somebody that you assume to be the youngest of the the Vandrick children is inside. Directly behind you are 2 guards, and probably more or less right next to them is boxes.
Okay. When she says that, I say, "It's okay, honey. They're cool.
They're cool?
They're cool. That's all I said. They're good."
She again
Secret
just demands to
I
know.
close the door. I close the door as soon as that happens.
She even louder, like now. I mean, essentially now is yelling for guards. Like, no, it's cool, guards.
So anyway, can we do a brief aside from this moment
yes,
where
sure.
I'm at now?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's
You want to have the hangar doors problem sorted before all this goes down? Is that what you're saying?
I'd like to know where the button might be while this is happening. Also, I think that's a hilarious moment to pause the suspense for you guys.
Make a perception check down in the hangar.
Okay, I'm basically going to be trying to find if I can find, with my knowledge of like computers and mechanics, if I can find like the information line that leads from that to the door controls, and if I could like try and patch into them somewhere else,
Okay.
without getting into
That'll
the room itself.
probably be a hard check.
Okay.
But,
I'll do,
you can
and
do
it's
that.
is that a perception?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Well,
or
yeah, it's gonna be perception because like I would have you do mechanics, but mechanics is kind of more.
more to actually do it than to see
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna spend one of these. 'Cause I think
Well,
this is
mechanics might actually work.
okay. Either way, I'm gonna just spend one of these just to make sure that we're successful.
Oh,
with this.
no. Every time you spend one, I spend one. Take that. Haha.
Well, 4 failures,
I have
1 advantage, and 1 triumph.
Um,
The dice were not. That was 3 yellows.
you don't think you'll be able to do it in the hangar at all, except for the
In the
control
control.
room.
Okay.
But while you're like kind of walking around and like kind of tracing this and stuff, it does seem like the ship that Boxus would have pointed out as being your guys' escape field, it does seem to have been put back together.
Okay. That's good.
But as you're like walking around and like looking at this, the advantage and triumph are you see like the door to the like hangar control room open. Somebody like steps quickly out and turns into a hallway and like they seem to have absentmindedly left the door open and there seems to be nobody else in there.
What timing?
Cutting back to you guys. What are you doing?
Well, so I said that and closed the door.
And she yelled for the guards.
Right.
The
you
guards
seal the
seem to
door
be
behind
taking
you?
it seriously.
Are you gonna seal the door behind you?
I try to open it just so I can come in and
No,
and
you're
I want to
you're
try
on
and
the
explain-
you're on the outside of the room with the 2 guards.
I know. I want to try and open the door unless he
Did
locks
you lock it behind you?
Huh?
Did you like close it and like seal it?
Jerry, they're
Yeah,
the guards,
I closed it and locked
the,
it.
the guards are now like essentially one of the guards has turned towards you and the other one is rushing towards the
Okay.
towards the door.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
probably
still
gonna have
see
to
if I
just
can
roll
talk my way out of this and just be like, oh my gosh, I just realized this isn't even the room he's looking for.
He's drunk. I'm sorry. He's drunk. He's
Make a daunting
persuade.
make a daunting negotiation roll. No, a daunting deception roll.
That's fair.
Deception. Okay, so what's
Daunting is 4 purples. I'm really tempted to. I am. I'm upgrading. It's 3 purples and 1 red.
Spend
You're right.
yours.
You're right. You're right.
Kill
Haha,
him.
take that. Take that. I'm spending your destiny points now. Yeah. So it's going to be daunting, but I'm choosing to upgrade one of them. So.
So 3 purples and a red against whatever your deception is.
1 success, 1 advantage.
Jerry, like. There is something wrong with your dice up at this point. Like, show it to me on screen.
I agree with you. I won't believe him.
Because, like,
I agree with you. That seems weird. Hang on.
like,
Let me restart this.
like, I don't want to, like, take a success away from you if it was legit, but, like,
Pretty...
like, at least show the result next time.
Here. Let me punch this back in and I'll show you what I get. Oh, fuck. 3 failures and a threat.
3 failures and a threat. Yeah, I mean, it's essentially, like, the situation hasn't changed. They're not buying it. They seem to know something's going down.
Yeah, I really fucked this up beyond...
This isn't a repairable moment anymore.
Honestly, I probably should have just had you guys roll for advantage instead of... I think I let you make that check because that was a funny thing to say. It's like, oh, this isn't even the right room. Oh, man.
So...
I'm gonna try.
This may...
Yeah, I get that.
Either between... I don't know however you want to do this, but my plan is to essentially intimidate her into telling me where the screen...
Okay, I am
Gemstone
going to
is.
have you guys do initiative, which is that'll be cool. Just maintaining your cool as things go horribly wrong. There's no difficulty to it. It's just a cool check because it's just determining.
2 advantages.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 successes, 2 advantages.
Yeah. See, it's a funny joke because every time I see it, I'm like, that's the same dice app that I use, but somehow I never roll.
Yeah.
And Jerry continues to always roll.
I don't know.
What's going?
I don't know, man.
What's going on around here? What was that?
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, you're almost certainly going first. No, maybe not. These guards are good guards.
Oh shit.
So it's essentially it's the guards. One of you guys is initiative slots. I mean, you guys choose round around who goes first. Then Miss Vandren, and then the other of your guys' initiative slots. So it's just going back and forth. So one guard will spend his like maneuver and action like essentially getting to and opening the door. Unless you like the doors would have locks on them.
I mean, I probably locked it.
Okay, so he will spend his maneuver and action getting to the door and trying to open it. The other one, Jerry, he doesn't fire, but he does like it is a kind of like hold it right there, criminal scum, like
Pulls a pistol.
like pulls a blaster pistol on you. And then it is one of your guys' turn.
Probably should let Haas go first, I think.
Yeah, I'll go first. Unfortunately, because he fucked this up, got royally.
Well, I'm going to.
I like to think that
I like
just hearing all of this, like, what the fuck?
Well, I also like that it's like I prepare for like sort of a certain number of possibilities as a game master. You know what I mean? Like I have a rough idea in a couple of different ways how you guys are going to go about any particular quest. Both of these sessions we've done, you guys have approached problems sideways from ways I thought. Like with Marco Veres, like I really expected you guys to fight him before the Inquisition showed up, but instead it's just like, no, let's just sit around and see what happens. and then you're left with, oh shit, how do we get the ship out? And like this, I think is the exact same situation where I did not expect you guys to come at the problem from this angle, and here we are.
And the last.
Now, in hindsight, we probably should have just called it a night and came back tomorrow. But nah.
Nah.
We were ready.
Let's ride this horse till it falls down from underneath us.
So I'm going first then?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, if the door's locked, I'm going to try to intimidate her and tell me where the green gemstone is.
That'll be a coercion.
With how many?
Make it in its average check.
You are scary.
I'm going to do my intimidation talent.
Right.
So I'm going to spend 2 strain to make that a nothing.
No, I think you can just do it once.
Well, what I say equal to strain suffered, so I don't know.
That's true. Let's look up the specifics of that, because you might have a good point there, Square.
Yeah.
If that's how that skill works, then I apologize.
Reduces the difficulty by the number of strain suffered?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
So, like, I guess it would take 1 purple for each strain, so I would take 2.
You know what? Oh, go check. Except the coercion check, the character may suffer a number of strain to downgrade the difficulty of the check a number of times equal to the strain suffered. This number cannot exceed his ranks in intimidating.
How many ranks do you have?
So at the moment, I think you only have 1 rank in intimidating.
In coercion?
No,
in
in the
intimidating.
skill.
You can take that skill multiple times in like the skill tree.
Yeah, it'll show up multiple times on the skill tree.
So you probably only have the 1.
But you can totally spend a strain.
A strain.
You can spend
a strain then.
Could you imagine if you had 4 strings in that and you're just like, Rancor, get the fuck out of here.
For real.
Alright, so 1 purple. I like my odds on this one.
I like my odds on this one.
1 success, 1 advantage.
Okay, she's kind of like, her reaction is kind of immediately like, are you fucking serious? Like, like this is a stick up. But she's
You're
just like
the criminal.
she's very she's just like it's like it's in the safe in her father, like in her parents' suite. She's just like she's just like she's just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like it's like it's in that suite across the hall. Like that's what this is like.
Make her go with you,
robbery?
otherwise she's gonna open the door.
Yeah, I need to convince her
Or she can open the
to
door.
pretend that I'm telling the truth.
That it was a mistake.
I come.
We'll go get the vault. Let's get the. I mean, at this point, we're just.
I guess.
Well,
I
he said
guess
it's in the
also,
parents' room, so
yeah,
I would
she
have
will.
to leave.
She will also tell you that like. Well, no, actually,
they're
she
all
won't tell you that.
attached.
Never mind.
She's like in a middle area. There's a middle area, and all the rooms are like attached from that middle area.
They're sort of they're sort of spoked off of it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So you can get to their room from the room you're in.
I can't.
No.
No.
The suites. They're each individual sets of suites.
Oh.
They're not
okay,
like.
I understand.
It's
that.
not just rooms. They're
see.
like.
Well, assuming that
Like you're essentially in the sitting room of her like 3 rooms on the show. These are rich people. You think that just like.
I thought it was like a middle like foyer, and then the rooms were attached off of that foyer.
No, it's like they rented 4 different sets of suites.
I see.
Well, I'm assuming that was my turn, so.
So, I mean, she's been intimidated. She'll probably not really do anything on her turn. She's already up for the guards. So I guess it's around to Boxus.
Okay, I put my hands up because I'm trying to play it cool, and I'm gonna try and get into negotiation.
It's a signal.
It's the signal.
I mean, they seem to know at this point that something's up, that something's going
is
on.
not right.
So at this point, I can't talk my way out of this, or can I try to?
You can't convince them that this was all a simple mistake. No.
Can I at least negotiate with them that like, if they let me get the idiot out of the room, we'll leave, and we won't bother him again?
They don't seem all that interested at this point in you guys just leaving. The idea seems to be like to take you guys into custody.
we're shooting our way out of this one, Jerry.
So anyway, start blasting.
I think I might have killed you.
I did. Boxes, no.
Well, I kind of let.
I don't know, Erickson. Do you?
Just rip it out of the wall.
Did I make it a type of check that I was like, Erickson's good at these? This will go great.
I'm like super brawny. Just take a whole save.
Just run. Are you guys communicating anything through the Gink comlink about this?
I was going to say, I think they're not, and you should be worried about it.
They're not talking.
Not.
I was.
I have not yet.
Okay. I'm just in that little control desk, like, I bet this is this is how I'm just like getting like, okay, so if I need to quickly do it, this is the button I'd push, and then if I break this thing, I don't think anyone else would be able to reclose it for some time. So I'm like trying to plan out for the next day when we're doing this plan, like what my moves should be.
You're like, and I bet because the way the guard sits, like.
If I,
he won't have time to turn around if I open the door. So if I can open the door and get to him fast enough, I bet I could take him down.
I can take him down before he has time to raise any sort of alarm.
This is the windows are kind of it's hard to see into here from outside. So you're like tomorrow. I got a great idea.
I know exactly how I'm going to do this.
It's your turn, Boxus.
No, I know. I've been waiting for you guys to just finish this chat.
Sorry.
I'm gonna give Apex a heads up, like. Hey, Haas just shit the bed. Now.
What'd you say now?
We're doing this now.
I said Haas shit. We're doing this now. Haas shit the bed on the plan.
I'm gonna say, surprisingly good timing. I can get the doors open right now. Do you need backup, or do you want me to just stay posted here to get this done?
Stay posted. posted. We'll keep you up.
Because if you need help, I am currently on the other end of the ship.
Let me run the length of a Star Destroyer to help you out real quick.
Maybe, I was gonna be like, can you try to close off any sort of? Is there any possibility we can close off hallways from security or lock security away so we aren't rushed?
I could probably close like some of the doors entering into the hangar once you get here from this control post.
Shit.
I mean, am I able to like
so
plug
anyway, I
into the
start blasting.
console here and?
You could plug in, but it's going if doing what they're talking about, like segmenting off sections of the ship, would be something you'd do from like probably like a security control room.
Security.
Can you view security footage?
What
Is there security
Can I hop
footage?
onto the camera and watch him try and murder these guys?
You can make a computers check if you want to try that.
I'd like to try and just patch and see what I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna just say screw it. I'm gonna use my quick draw
Okay.
special, my quick draw maneuver,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna shoot the guard that's pointing at me.
Right.
That's like aimed at me.
I believe that quick draw lets you aim on this turn as well, right?
So you get to draw a weapon as an incidental instead of a maneuver.
So you can
do the aim maneuver.
You can do the aim maneuver. I'm pretty sure because of the range bands.
That's a blue.
It's in. Yep, you get one blue, and it's only one purple on this, because you're at short range.
Okay.
What's the difficulty on
sweet.
my computers check?
There you go.
Okay, very nice. Let me find the spending those in combat table again. Okay, so that's you have a blaster pistol that you took off of.
Yeah, one of the
took off,
guards.
one of the
it's
guards.
6
I think it's
damage,
6.
3 crit.
Yeah, I believe that is true. Yes. Just
So
gonna
with
pull
one
it up so I
success,
have
that's
it for
7 damage?
myself. So that is 7 damage. You kill that man. Not surprisingly.
Oh shit, the bet on this one.
Hey, Hostage, you bet on this one. We're doing it now. You just hear a blaster fire. It's like, wait a minute. What's going on over there? So you can recover 1 strain. Add a blue die to Sklar's next check. Notice a single important point in the ongoing conflict, such as the location of a blast door's control panel or a weak point on an attack speeder. There's no attack speeder, so that'd be weird.
Yeah.
In this moment when I shot the man, I remembered a blast speeder I saw about a week ago. There was a very obvious weak point. I just now remembered.
I really should have taken that
Really
shot.
should have taken that shot.
Perform an immediate free maneuver that does not exceed the 2 maneuvers per turn limit. That's for both of them. You can... that guy's dead, so you can't do that. Or you can add a blue to your next check. So you can add a blue to your next check, add a blue to Sklar's next check. You can perform a free maneuver, which is essentially like a movement. Or you can notice something important.
So I can move closer to... So I'm just going to use the free maneuver, and I'm going to try, and I'm going to get closer to the guard who is...
You're just going to rush him?
in front of the door. I'm going to rush him.
So he killed the other guy?
Yeah.
You hear a blaster fire from
Okay.
outside.
I really like spaced out when you guys were doing that. I'm like,
Yeah.
did he dead or no?
On the computer's check, tapping into
Yes,
this
he
to see
did.
what security features I can access from this console.
Yeah, hard.
Okay, I'm going to plug my rat tail Ethernet cord in and suffer 2 strain to make it medium.
Okay.
A success, but a threat.
Okay.
Nope, not wounds, strain.
You can get into the computer system. You can access some amount of like holographic security feeds. Obviously, you have access to all of the various hangar doors, as well as like even just like stuff like the hangars, like fire retardant system and stuff like that. Should you want to just like flood the whole place with a very likely not easily breathable gas. Or like a fire retardant foam, essentially. The threat is you hear the guy who is stationed here,
Coming back.
like not just coming back, but like sort of round the corner, and a brief sound of like seeing somebody that he obviously doesn't know, and it takes him a second to register that person's not supposed to be there. Like It's kind of a faint noise of like not necessarily alarm, but like surprise.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I now in initiative?
If you want to be.
I mean, I try to slyly unplug in, like, turn. What does the guy look like? What is he?
He's not a like security guard.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to just be a like ship.
Is he armed?
No.
Okay.
You know, there's probably not security guards all that far.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy just seems to be essentially hangar bay staff. I think it's back to the top of the initiative order on their end of things. I'll give you a chance to think about this.
Thanks.
So one of these guards will take a shot at the only target he has, which is Boxus. Now at the engaged range, which is essentially the exact same thing as the close range, it just would be modified by... like there's some weapons that don't do good in close range and some weapons that do very well in close range. For example, if you're fighting a man with a gaffy stick, the guy with the gaffy stick gets some advantages because it's great at close range. He, however, misses. The shot goes wide.
That's why we failed, because we couldn't do the gaffy whack.
Couldn't gaffy whack.
But there's not really anything. There's not really anything that you can spend the one threat, which is the total of his roll, on. So it is back around to the first of your guys' 2 initiative slots.
Wait, so we don't need to roll again for initiative?
Nope.
So
Okay.
Maybe he should... No, it doesn't really matter.
Or do we choose again when we go
Yep,
next?
you guys choose every round.
So he should go next.
Shoot him.
You want me to go again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna kill this other dude.
Okay.
This way.
It's essentially the same combat check you just made.
So still the blue die.
Yeah, assuming you're aiming. You can aim as a maneuver on your turn, and you used a maneuver last turn to move, so you don't need to move anymore.
Yeah. So I'll aim this way.
I mean, at this range, aiming is like.
It's one. You just go. You gotta go right up to the gun.
Like press it against his chest and then aim up to where his head is.
It's still 1 purple.
Yep.
There you go.
Jesus.
Okay, well, let's
So
see.
anyway, he started Blaze.
Okay, so the crit is 3. The crit is 3, which doesn't matter because he's dead. Because he's a minion, so he'd like.
He just got with that one wound.
Yeah. So the critical. Just know you hit him. So unless you want to like shoot the gun out of his hand instead, he is just straight up dead.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll kill him. He shot at me.
Okay.
And plus, leave no witnesses.
That's right.
Okay. This girl has heard 2 blaster shots from outside. 3 blaster shots, technically.
Technically 3.
But is still more or less intimidated into silence at the moment. So it's back around. She's also just like a 23-year-old girl. So it is back around to Haas's turn. The real villain of this story.
The real villain is you. We are villains.
I try to, like, I by whatever means.
You're like, I'm sorry, my dear.
By whatever means, I try to get her to like come with me.
Okay.
To find the safe.
Okay, she doesn't resist a whole bunch, partially because you're like easily twice as strong as her.
Yeah.
So you can fairly easily just haul her around. I'll take you guys out of combat initiative for now, because you guys are not in combat right now.
Right now.
What's your move? What's your
I'm
plan?
going to turn about. Hope he hasn't seen me like plugged into the actual interface and just like was still figuring out like, why is there a person here hovering over the keyboard of my security console? And I'm gonna turn around and I'm not good at this.
Are you gonna feign ignorance? Be like, oh shit, wrong.
Oh, this isn't the bathroom.
You're lucky you found me before I took a shit in here.
I'm going to just turn around and be like, oh, terribly sorry. I am a bit of a buff with ships and thought it'd be interesting to look in here, and I noticed the door was open. And I say it exactly that flat and exactly that
roll
blunt.
me a, I think, hard deception
Can you
check.
roll?
Okay.
I was gonna say, can you roll a charm? Can you roll?
No,
a charm?
I'm gonna spin one of these and upgrade that.
Okay.
One threat.
One threat.
No success, no failure,
So-
just one threat.
So you're like saying this, and he essentially yells like, "Oh my god!" and points behind you, and you turn around to watch on the holographic security feed as Boxus just like shoots like 2 security guards.
I'm gonna turn back and look at him and be like, "You work here, right?"
I mean, like, and he's like sort of already like scrambling for like a comlink to try and like he seems to be mostly ignoring you now. He's like
trying to get a comlink out to tell my
yes,
friends.
he's like
So
he's
I
like,
can't
"Gotta
do what I
call
was about to do, which
security."
was like, "You stay here. I'll go tell the guys." Because he's scrambling for a comlink. I'm charging him and starting to try. I'm gonna try and beat this. I'm gonna try and throw this guy to the side, close the door, and beat him to death in this room.
Oh my god.
give me a flat cool roll.
A flat cool roll. Good thing I am not cool. 2 advantages.
2 advantages. Okay. He gets a comlink out, and but it takes him long enough that on this turn he's essentially going to get far enough to be sort of yelling for security that he just saw something on the holographic security feed.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't said
What
where or anything like that
Yeah.
yet.
I'm going to try and charge him and knock the comlink out of his hand, I guess, to start.
Okay.
And try and snatch it out of his hand, maybe.
I think that is I think that's.
I don't know
Well,
that's
if you're. Well, I guess it's like, are you trying to tackle him or are you trying to like snatch it out of his hand?
I'm trying to snatch. First
Okay.
things first, I want to get this thing out of his hand so
Okay,
he
so
can
that might
communicate
be.
with them.
That'll probably just be opposed agility.
Okay. So we just both roll flat agilities and whoever gets better.
I believe so.
Okay.
Or no, just make a average agility check,
Okay.
because that statistically will be about the same thing.
Flat and nothing.
Flat nothing.
2 success, 2 failures. So flat and nothing.
I mean, it is now pretty obvious to him that you're like
Part of the
part of the problem. But you've essentially managed to like. He's not
still holding it,
yes,
but
but
he's
he's not still just like holding the button
Okay.
on the comlink.
Oh my god.
You're supposed to be smooth, man. Dear God.
Hey, listen, as
So-
long as one of us bails us out, and
So
right now, that's
he's-
boxes.
He's essentially just going to throw a punch with his action.
Okay.
1 success, 2 threats. That's 1 damage. I assume your soak is higher than 1.
Soak is higher than 1.
So you don't take any damage. There are 2 threats generated on there as well if you would like to
Can I
spend them.
spend that to give myself on the target character's next check? Yeah, I'm going to use it to give myself a blue on my next check.
Okay.
And my next check is to rinse this out, like to get this the rest of the way out of his hand.
Okay.
Is that the same roll as before?
Yeah. If you're actually wrestling him for it, it's probably going to be a brawn check.
Okay. And I'll add my blue. It's
Yep.
still just a normal difficulty?
Yep.
2 success, 3 threats.
Okay. You manage to get it out of his hand, but sort of in the you manage to wrench it out of his hand, but sort of in the process you end up like flat on the ground.
Okay. I've got the column.
He is still standing, but you are on the ground with the
And
column.
then I fall back holding it. And yeah. Oh, this is going to be ugly.
What does he do? He will just yell very loudly for a guard
Okay.
and rush sort of past you towards the console.
Okay. It's my turn after that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just pocket the comm link, I guess. Stand up, closing and locking the door, and I'm going to run up behind him. I'll use my maneuver to close the door, and then I'll try and run up, and I want to tackle him and to the ground or something. Keep him from getting access to these controls.
Does it take a maneuver to stand up? I don't know. Probably not, but
Some amount of the movement probably to stand up. I don't know though.
Not
Maybe a
for
maneuver to
cyborgs.
stand up. Not for a cyborg.
He has a little spring in his back.
Boing.
Was my first
Yeah,
advance.
I mean, your maneuver would be opening or closing a door. It
Okay.
counts as a maneuver.
Scroll up a little bit. Drop prone or stand from prone.
Going from standing from prone position,
Requires a
each
maneuver.
requires a maneuver.
Okay.
So essentially, you can get up and close and lock the door. That would be your turn.
Okay.
Because you can spend an action to do a maneuver. You can't obviously spend a maneuver to do an action. But
I need to be able to get out of here. I think it's better to keep him from communicating anything further, so I'm just going to stand up and I'm going to go attack the guy.
okay.
Am I able to interpose myself and just hit him?
Not your he's at the console.
Then
so
I'm
you'll
going to
be
try
able
and
to-
pull him away from it, I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, just make me that same, essentially the same.
Brawn.
Yeah, without the blue.
Not using that yet. One failure.
Okay. You guys are just like
The buff dude is not wrestling. He's off putting his... just causing nonsense to happen. Just so they can get to the box that they can't open without the guy who's off somewhere else wrestling people that shouldn't be wrestling people.
he's going to. I'm gonna make him actually make a computer's check to try and interact with this sort of, because he's trying to do it under duress.
Under duress.
Right.
And trying to essentially use get to the point where he can yell through the computer that he's being attacked and that there's shit going on. They seem to have gotten part of the message. 3 success, 1 threat. I don't know what you can. I don't know what you can do with one threat.
Failed.
You
Nice.
failed us. Boxus is the only good guy in this mission.
Yeah, there's not really much you can do with one.
Yeah, I'm
Much
only a
than
good
that.
guy because I'm acting in self-defense because one dude who's our smooth talker just punched
He
this all
he
around.
manages to
Can I use the threat to maybe notice something that I could try and pick up and use as a weapon against him?
Sure. Sure. Yeah, that'd be you could get a tool or
There's a wrench on the floor
or
somewhere.
or a data pad or a
Okay.
or a space bucket or whatever.
Eat space bucket, scumbag.
But he does manage to sort of in the midst of this fight, he manages to hit something on the console and yell for security that he's under attack and he's essentially just yelling at this point for help for himself. He has not mentioned
The specific.
the
set.
specific. Or
You guys
the
better
stuff
get
going
this
up
shit
there,
sorted so that I can get out of here alive, maybe too.
I got
So
a plan.
then
I've
it's
got a
your
plan.
I tried to bludgeon him with
Okay.
whatever I found.
turn.
This little wrench or
It'll
whatever,
be a melee attack.
which is brawn, right?
Yeah.
And it's just one difficulty because we're engaged. Okay. 3 successes.
Okay. On an arbitrary decision of how much damage this thing is. Are you trying to kill him or not?
I'm trying to kill him.
Okay.
I'm trying to brain the
you
dude.
kill him.
Okay.
You are no doctor, but you are a doctor, and this man is dead. So let's cut back up to you guys for a second, I guess. Here,
This poor bastard.
Okay, can I? I'm gonna ask this. Can I dual wield blaster pistols here?
yes. So, if
Okay.
you're the one in your offhand, you can essentially spend 3 advantages. If you hit, you can spend 3 advantages to make the one in your offhand also hit.
So, like,
If that
if,
makes
with your
sense.
successes, if you roll your normal attack and it gets those 3, but it also doesn't upgrade the difficulty by 1 to shoot with both.
It might. I think you do have to declare in advance that you're shooting with both.
So, like, if I say I'm only gonna shoot with my right hand, and
Then it's the same check as always. I'm actually
okay, because I'm gonna pick up one of the blaster pistols.
Just hand me one of the
security
rule
guys
books.
dropped.
You look in one, I'll look in the other. It's easier with the books than it is in the.
The PDF.
I think that's in the combat section.
It is.
Tears.
It's in the, like-
Critical injuries. We haven't needed those yet.
Additional combat.
Environmental effects. We haven't needed those so far.
It's actions, I think. 209. and
2 weapon combat.
There you go.
A character may opt to carry a ranged light weapon or a one-handed melee weapon in each hand. When attacking with 2 weapons, the character must be wielding 2 weapons that can each be reasonably held and wielded in one hand. Thanks, rules. If it's unclear, the GM makes the final determination. He performs a combined check. The character denotes one weapon as the primary weapon. Usually it's like the one in your primary hand and then the one in your offhand. You will be attacking with that weapon. You determine what skills and characteristics you would use when making attacks with the primary weapon. I mean, like rolling a normal attack. The player compares the skills that would be used to make an attack with each weapon and compares the characteristic that would be used to make an attack with each weapon. He then takes a skill that he has lower ranks in and a characteristic that he has lower ranks in. So if you attack with a melee weapon in one hand and a blaster in one hand, you use whatever your lower skill is to make the attack roll. But if they're both blaster pistols, it's still just the same check. He selects the check with the higher basic difficulty. So it will essentially just be a normal check, but you can spend 2 advantage. If you hit, you may spend 2 advantage or a triumph to make the second weapon hit as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Each hit deals its base damage plus 1 damage per uncancelled success. So, it's if you're using 2 blaster pistols, it will essentially just be an exact same check as normal, but you can spend 2 advantage to make the offhand one hit as well.
Only 2 advantages.
Okay.
Reasonable.
Okay.
Reasonable.
Well, I'm gonna pick up another blaster pistol, and I'm just gonna pound on the door and tell Haas, please tell me you figured, or ask him, please tell me you found something or figured out where we need to go.
Well, I grab the girl and walk out the door.
Okay. Boxes is standing there with a pistol in either hand. And there are 2 dead men on the ground. There is
And-
one
and
unclaimed
ironically,
blaster pistol at the moment as well. If you would like to
I
arm
will
yourself.
grab that.
Okay. And I'm gonna look at Haas, and I'm gonna look at the fact that he's holding a girl, and I'm be like, "What are you doing?" We don't use hostages. You're like, "What the hell,
She's gonna
man?"
She knows where it is. She's gonna lead it to us.
I'm gonna look at her, and I'm be like, "I am so sorry for this."
And
Let's go.
Okay, you guys can cross this sort of lounge lobby thing that's sort of at the center of these sets of suites, and you can go into the room that she points out as being her parents' suite, and she essentially just like marches into one of the rooms and points at a safe, a built-in safe.
Can I pick the lock?
It seems to be a digital lock. Like it will be a computer's check.
Damn it, where's Apex?
Right as you think that, you hear in your head, guys, I just brained somebody in the control console. Trouble's coming.
Yeah.
Okay, can I shoot the lock?
Well, no, wait.
So anyway, I started blank.
I say, we'll open it to her.
She says that only her father and
The guard we just killed.
Only 2 people knew the combination.
And you killed
Those
both
2
of them.
guards. Damn. So the only people with access codes to the safe are her father and the chief administrator for the ship. I should have started some sort of mental clock as to how long it would take. Then again, security at the moment's coming more for you than they are for them. So
Somehow.
Can I? Okay. Well, no shit. Never mind.
Can we? What would it take
really?
to try to think of some ways to open it?
Can I make a computer's check? But I feel like that would be super difficult, and I don't want to know what happens if we fuck this up.
are you trying to make a computer's check to open it, or a computer's check to just see what you can tell about it?
Well, can I do like a?
You hear?
I won't even.
How can I see people through the visor window thing of this?
No, they seem to be approaching from the door
Okay.
direction. It sounds like 2 people.
I'd like to try and tuck up against the side of the door and like stealth, as in try and have them run in front of me.
Okay,
Ideally.
roll me a
Roll me a potato salad.
sorry, Jerry.
Average.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her and be like, what happens if the lock is triggered, or can it no longer be opened, or what's the situation if this happens?
She shrugs. She has no idea.
I think we need to get her dad in here.
We're so fucked.
Just wait for a second.
Maybe I can work back to you. Haas out again to try and get
Hey, so remember me?
Can you unlock it through some sort of internal network?
I'll talk to you guys about how to do complex computer work. I'll send my cord that's stuck in the back of my head through the power of the internet to you.
So press 1, press 2, press 3, press 4.
That's a code some idiot would have on his luggage.
Well, we could try.
5. That's the code I have on my luggage.
We could try entering 1, 2, 3, 4. We could try to get Apex over here.
I might be able to work my way back to you if I ghost enough of this card.
Okay, how difficult would this computing check be if I were to do it or try to crack the safe?
This will be a daunting computer
It'd be
check.
a hard one.
It's gonna be 4. It's gonna be 4 blue, or 4 purple. 4 blue.
4 blue,
Awesome.
sweet.
There's no chance of failure.
Rolls all blank sides. Damn.
It'll be
9
It's gonna be
advantage.
4 purple.
So, 2 questions. This is a two-parter question here.
This would be a hard one for
If
me. Right? This is not...
If I were to use one of the force points
Right.
to make one of my greens a yellow, could I also use a strain to lower the difficulty? Or you can't do both?
Well, you have to have a skill that lets you spend a strain to lower difficulty.
Okay, never mind. I can't do this.
I was spending strain to lower the difficulty because that's one of the the cybernetics I have. Is that
And Haas was doing it because of the
I
intimidation.
intimidate.
Yeah, it's
The
a specific
safe.
skill.
He is safe. You got no idea the world.
Do you know who I am, Safe? I am the Haas Radborn. Open up.
Apparently nobody else does.
Please tell me you know who I am, Safe.
It's not a threat. It's a cry for help.
I think
Can I roll a perception check to see if maybe by some stupid chance there's like a key, there's some sort of
the passcode's written.
Yeah, somebody left a sticky note on the
Under the safe.
Yeah, just by some stupid chance, can I roll a perception just to see?
Sure.
I might as
I'll
well
let you.
roll it too.
I'll let you guys roll average difficulty perception checks. It seems to take them a second to get the door unlocked.
Okay.
But they do seem to have some like security passkey or something to keep the door unlocked. The door opens. They do not see you. They both immediately rush into 1 failure, 3 advantages. Okay. These 2 guards immediately rush into the room, and one of them seems to already, upon seeing the dead man, seems to already be calling for backup. That's your threat.
Okay.
The advantage or the success is that they ain't noticed the
I'm sorry, you said
they noticed the gank in the suit.
average or
Average.
Despite all this loot.
Despite all
Still
you're
just a
still
gank in a
suit.
So there's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them.
One
They both have their
failure.
backs to you. One has sort of gotten up to
Do
the
they have
dead
weapons drawn?
man. Yes.
They both have weapons drawn.
So one has gotten up to the dead man, is like kind of crouching over him. One is sort of split the distance between you and that far guard, but they both have their backs to you.
Does it seem reasonable that I could rush out the door and they wouldn't notice, or does that seem like an unlikely?
Yeah, probably. I mean, the door is kind of right there behind you.
Okay.
You guys both, with your checks, you ain't found shit.
We ain't found shit.
I'm concerned because
man.
they're like, there's still like just a security cam feed that I opened up of you guys murdering people.
It now seems to be showing an empty lobby with
2
2 dead
corpses.
bodies. They haven't, or at least 2 people laying down.
Mm-hmm.
It's
In
hard
pools
to,
of blood.
It's hard. It's blaster fun. It's hard to tell. They haven't seemed to notice yet, but it is still open.
They're more concerned with the dude who's
Yes.
got like a wrench sticking out of his skull on the floor.
You hitmanned him with an overhand thrown wrench.
No, it's just, I just can't right behind him. Just drilled it into the back of his
Um,
head and let go.
They,
Do you think
they seem to have noticed.
it's like, should I try and kill these guys to avoid you guys getting discovered and make my way back to you, or should I just try and make? Because I feel like if they discover what's going on, they're
Yeah.
gonna send people to you anyway.
Well,
so should I brawl
Yeah,
this
but
out?
I feel
Here's-
like I feel
here's-
like this is going to be even more difficult for you to
Here-
kill these guys as well.
Here's my long-term plan.
Okay.
That is probably not going to work out now.
But my plan was to get the safe open somehow and try to sneak out with her as my escort or whatever.
Hostage. The word you're looking for is hostage. Let's call it what it is.
Hostage, but try to pull it off as
Oh, like have a blaster hidden to her back. Like, don't
Yeah.
try anything funny.
Yeah.
Let's walk out of here like we know each other.
No, he's not gonna walk down the hallway with a gun to her.
Gun to her head. That's what I thought.
This is my hostage.
Now, what I'm also thinking of is trying to pull another intimidation and tell her, either you got to get your father in here, or you got to be able to open the safe. So she's basically, if I do good enough, call her bluff or
Hang
get
on,
her father in here.
1 second though, I have a question. So we didn't find shit, but what were our advantages for this? Because I got 3. What was the advantages?
You haven't heard a security patrol approaching yet. That's the advantages I'll give you.
That's good advantage.
You guys
Also-
made a roll to
Well,
look
here's
for
the
a
other
sticky note with
I
a
think
safe
I have
code.
to
I
fight
don't
it
know
out with
what you're
these
expecting me
guys.
to give
I
you.
have to fight out with these guys because even if you're able to get the gym and I'm able to go help you guys get it, we're gonna come back to this place like there's gonna be guards here anyways. We have to get this door open at some point.
Is it?
I would say
nearby to shut off the cameras.
For him to shut off the feed that he has currently opened on the computer, he'll have to get up to the console where one of the guards are. There isn't a way for you guys to shut down.
So we can spin
to shut
these
down the security.
to kind of put out an idea of a way that shapes a fact about the story or something like that.
If
Can I try and spin one of these to say that the guy who rushed in from my threat, that he holstered his blaster and pulled out a comlink to communicate to people? Does that seem reasonable?
Sure, I think
Okay.
that's fine.
Then I'm going to walk up behind him, pull the blaster out, and shoot him in the back.
Okay. Give me another stealth check.
Okay.
Which is both
What difficulty?
hard
Okay.
because it's covering both you getting up to him
Just one threat.
and you pulling. Just one threat.
Yeah, that's just one threat.
So you managed to get a hand on the blaster when he notices.
Okay.
You don't
So it's
manage.
gonna
You
be
don't manage
initiative.
to sneak up behind him and get it out. But yeah, but he managed. But it's.
Okay. What a mess.
I was just excited to kind of come up with a just cool for initiative.
I think it's just 1 green because it's presence based. 2 advantages.
2 advantages. I mean, I guess it's going to kind of start a. I mean, so like. They don't entirely know. I mean, they seem to assume you were probably the one who hit this man with a wrench.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so both the one who's crouched over the body and the one whose blaster you are holding, but in the it's still in the holster. Kind of turn. I mean, one of them sort of tries to turn. It's like
it's kind of caught up on me.
Sort of, yeah. So the other. Ooh, is the other one going? The other one is not going to take a shot because you and his watch buddy are literally like sort of tangling. So it's going to be it's going to be probably opposed strength checks to fight over this.
Or opposed bronze strength.
I think so. I can check again.
Let's just do it that way. I think that's the easiest way to start it. I did okay for me.
Okay.
2 success, 1 advantage. Damn.
He manages to come away with the blaster, but not necessarily in a way to like immediately shoot
able
you.
to pull me. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to try and get the blaster out of his hand because I don't win a fight 2v1 without a blaster. So is that just how do I try and wrestle it out of his hand? Is it the same thing?
Yeah, unless you have a particularly cunning way of going about it. I assume it's just going to be brawn checks again. Look, I
don't know how we're getting out
this
of this
is one of those things where I would like to point out that
the dice are
you did this. You all did this.
Yeah.
I love that this is happening. I think this is hilarious.
Listen, we're not great planners.
No, we are not.
It doesn't help when you just barge into a room and you're just like, it's okay, darling, I'm here.
I didn't barge into the room. I walked into the room with the permission of the guards.
Competitive checks run very similar to how we're doing them, but they are rolled with a difficulty.
There was no permission.
It's just what your ultimate roll is after that difficulty
that's compared in there.
That's compared.
Okay. I don't think I really have anything particularly sneaky to do here.
Yeah, so it's just going to be it's just going to be so make it an average strength check.
Okay.
Or an average brawn check.
Did pretty good. 2 success, 2 threat.
2 threats. So because of his threats are just, I guess, that he loses he loses the blaster. You have the blaster, but that's
my
turn.
action to wrestle it away. I would like to try and stay right next to this guy.
Okay.
So his friend is sketched out, hopefully, to shoot at me again.
There are rules for sort of like shooting into a melee. I'm going to look at making ranged attacks at engaged targets. Okay. He'll risk it. He'll take
What exactly? How does this work? Just out of curiosity.
It upgrades the difficulty, so it's essentially the same roll that I've already been making. But actually, when it says that something is upgraded, that usually means
Goes
not
from a purple
this,
to a red.
but that. If it is a despair, which is the sort of critical failure of this system, he hits the other guy.
Okay.
Regardless of regardless of whether it's a success or not.
He just hits him.
He just hits him.
Come on, despair. Just a threat.
So it actually goes past both of you and out through the door, into
I was considering stunning these guys to avoid the noise, but too late now. He fired. So I'm assuming he was fine with intent to kill there.
Yes. He took a blaster shot at you. You only assume that he meant to hit you.
Okay. So I'm up after that?
You're up after that.
I would like to aim and fire back at him, and we are close range, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to shoot the guy who has a gun.
Okay.
Because that's the bigger threat here. That is 3 successes and 2 advantages.
That. No, you're shooting at the other guy. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, I'll shoot the other guy. So 3
Three
successes.
2 advantages.
So he shoots in between us, and I finally have a gun in my hand, so I murder his
You draw a nice clean bead, hit him pretty straight on. That man is dead. You shoot that. That is. No, I don't need to open up the internet. That doesn't help me. And you have two advantages if you.
Give myself blue on my next check.
Okay. It will be this guy. He's gonna go for the other guy's gun.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him pick it up and fire it, but with a setback.
Okay. Just I kind of dive down to get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's one failure. So it is.
I will aim along with that last plus a blue and fire on him.
Okay.
A success, but a threat.
Okay. You hit him. He dies. The threat is just the noise that
All that firing.
that firing is made.
I'm picking up the other blaster. I'm tucking both into the coat of the fancy jacket I'm wearing, and I'm gonna get on the calmly and be like, "How far away are you guys from getting here? Do I open the doors now?"
Not close.
Not close. So that's
Not
a
close
good.
at all. We've hit
Yeah.
There's a good time.
Not
to
close,
see what
we
you
need to
guys
get
are
into
doing.
the safe.
Maybe can I ask Apex to do okay? Could Apex give me any kind of knowledge on this particular safe that we're looking at?
Oh,
If I
Model
explain what the safe
355! Yeah. Just give that bad boy a couple taps on the top and pops right open.
Oh yeah, I do these things all the time. Don't click. The door swings open.
I'm gonna go out here as a character and say, I mean, if you want to be super merciful, I'd appreciate it. But I don't think I have any way of I don't know safes or anything like that as a character.
He will the most you'll be able to do over comms is essentially give you 1 blue, like the blue D6, to your check, the computer's check to open it. That's it. He would have to be there in order to render you any real aid.
I feel like if we put the wrong code in, it's gonna
locks it out
It's
or
gonna lock out or send an alarm.
I'm gonna say alarm bells are gonna be ringing anyways when they find what happened here. I'm gonna quickly go to the security console.
Right.
I don't think do I have any can I turn off security cams in an area or anything like that? Then I'm just gonna shut off this live feed so that it's not the active thing that's up there, and then I'm gonna try and ghost into the hangar and start moving towards them. I'm leaving the bodies. I don't have time to clean up after myself. There's the security uniform. I assume is not something I could easily don here to try and blend in.
Not quickly. You probably could put one on, but it wouldn't be all that quick to do so.
Okay.
Yeah, and they gotta call out.
Is this gonna be worth it for us to try and crack, or do we really need to take the risk to get the dad here?
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna try and I'll try and move towards you guys to get that open.
I'll try to maybe call her bluff if she is bluffing on knowing more about getting into the safe.
Okay.
Through
Are you doing anything with the bodies you guys flipped out in the hallway?
I'm gonna
try and get the bodies in a room. Get the bodies in a room.
Remove them from sight.
Okay.
I'm gonna close the door.
I'll
Not
just
lock
move
it, but close the door behind me.
Okay.
That does a whole lot of good. There's blaster holes through the windows and shit. But
I'm just gonna move the bodies in the hallway to just hide them somewhere. I don't know where, but gotta hide them.
Just get them into one of the rooms or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
we made a mockery of this, didn't we, boyo?
So what are you doing?
I'm basically trying to intimidate her into, if she's bluffing, call her bluff.
Okay. You can make a
I have a feeling
average
she's probably
intimidation check. You can, of course, adjust the difficulty.
I'm gonna use my strain again. Or I'll take
being
another strain.
intimidating. I really had no idea or not much of an idea of how you guys would
This
approach this.
devolved
I was just like, I'll set up a heist, and we'll see what they do. And it was just like,
in hindsight, we probably could have been a little more patient, which is mostly my fault.
all right, I got a great plan for tomorrow night. We're going now. What?
4 advantages.
I've killed 2 men.
4 advantages.
And when we
You're confident she doesn't know anything.
You're just like, she just seems to repeat that, like, she doesn't know how to get into the safe.
Okay.